Good evening, everyone. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Jason. I am Jed.
Oh,
Oh, God. If it weren't raining, it will be now. So I'm going to put it link in, and I'm just going to pin it.
Johnny Five is live.
So there we go. That's all done. So how are we all tonight? It's been a bit of a funny day today, hasn't it? Hi, Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa.
So yeah. And they told us to expect thunderstorms, but nothing's transpired just yet. It has been raining a little bit. So, but, oh yeah, while I think about it, Amjad, Callum's submitted his, for next year at college. Yeah, he's submitted his, re-enrollment sort of thing. So that's all done and dusted.
I didn't realise you were that old, Vanessa.
It's sort of been between 16 and 18 degrees centigrade here. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. So yeah, but it's been a tad cooler than it has been like previous days. So yeah, bearable. Yeah, it's been bearable. So what have we been up to? I want to tell you something. That lemon that Victoria spun, it's all gone. Oh dear. I don't think I could stick it in that heat, to be quite honest. Can't wait for Tuesday to go into the cinema with the college. Ooh, Chris has already seen it, Amjad. So yeah, it's sort of been one of them days. It's been just right.
What?
I said it's been one of them days where it's just been right. Not been too hot, not been too cold, just right. Hiya, Johnny. I've sent your Tracy Nawenda messages about Tuesday. Don't you have a look at a messenger messages? Just saying. Oh dear. But it's like here, Jason, it's either all or nothing. Callum went for an interview yesterday. Sounds promising because they actually shown him round. So, we says, well, that's on the plus side. Are you feeling me at all? How are you?
I'm Parky.
Hiya, partners. How are you?
Hello. God, me there.
You could have brushed it before you come on, Johnny.
There we go.
Duck beard and all.
Hello. I didn't know I look like Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I quite like it.
It's longer. It's definitely longer.
Funny thing is, Amjad, our Callum come because he went in for a session today, and he says that's it now. So done all his exams. Callum the movie star.
No, Tracy's had Khaled last 2 days. That's probably why she hasn't answered.
Oh yeah, I sent her some messages about.
This camera. I've got to manually focus it.
Like two recipes.
Oh.
So I was just wanting her input.
She'll pop in at some point.
Yeah, things went a bit tits up on Laura's live.
Yeah, you were like,
Yeah, I think it was Norman Collier who were haunting my phone
on the wind.
You know
when
what?
the kid micro is not in working.
Well, you see, good thing about this webcam, it's autofocus and it does noise reduction as well.
So it's not a Norman Collier special.
Laura,
Oh dear.
come to
Yeah,
us.
I don't worry about whether it's connection or it would definitely want phone because I did try restarting again. It's still doing it. So
Mine wasn't much better when I was on it. Either, so.
I've seen no such problems on the desktop PC on the broadband.
I'm going to say it sounds like a
I think if you had a StreamYard
Yeah,
app,
because I want mobile.
if you use
Like
the
you said, it's StreamYard uses the bandwidth, doesn't it?
yeah.
Ah,
If they actually brought an app out like Zoom, it'd be a lot easier to.
Yeah, because you'd be
work
using
on
the
phone.
device's power, processing power rather than the internet bandwidth, whatever you got.
Went to view the house
Oh.
with my mum today. It's a nice house.
But
Four
I've
bedroom.
never had a problem with it before when I've been mobile because when I started going up on panels, you know,
She put an
who
offer in
yeah,
tonight.
they're all right.
what did you say, Johnny? You've been to look at a new house?
My mum's
Oh,
buying
your
the house.
mum's been to look at a new house.
One near at school for Christine.
Oh,
4 bedroom, 2 bathrooms.
ooh.
The
Two
outside
bathrooms.
back, it's got a man cave and like a enclosed courtyard and all that.
Well, that'd be handy if you ever split up with Tracy.
Well, can you remember
Move back in with your mum.
we were talking about that most expensive house in Sheffield, and what were it, 3.5 billion? That's got like a granny annex, and we said if we ever want lottery, we'd buy it and stuff Callum in granny annex.
Not you and Chris.
He's got his own little pad then.
You can actually see Coinsborough Castle from the house.
Oh dear.
That's the front of it.
Oh, that looks nice.
And then that's the man cave and the courtyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's better than a poking
Home
pie with
office.
a stick.
Kitchen.
Ooh, very nice.
That in that corner is one of them big, massive American fridges when you open them cover.
Ah,
One, it's got 3 reception rooms. That's one of them.
that's massive.
That's a conservatory at the other end. Yeah, there's a conservatory bit.
Ooh,
And
it
then
looks
there's
nice, Johnny.
then there's the other room. It's basically patio doors all the back of the house. There's the reception, like a dining room.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, they're location with Johnny 5.
yeah.
The bedrooms aren't massive, but there's 4 of them, so it kind of makes up for it.
Well, this is it. I mean, it looks
That's
good
the
to me.
upstairs bathroom.
Ooh,
2
got,
bathrooms.
got like a standalone shower then, like a.
That's a better look at the
Actually, this
courtyard.
house does have 2 bathrooms.
In the top right corner there, that's the back access, the rear access to the house.
I mean, to say that's like a granny flat, it look, you know, I'd quite happily live in that myself.
Well, that's inside the man cave thing. That's inside the play area.
It's quite big, isn't it?
It's big. It is big. It's got like a kitchenette thing at one end. That's
Oh,
round the
okay,
corner
well-
where the rear gates are.
But I mean, this is
Oh,
the
so you can
thing.
pack a
I
car
mean,
in there.
these annexes
That's,
are
that's
sort of
looking at the back of the house from the other way, opposite way.
these annex things is basically a home from home sort of thing. Like if you're wanting to put guests.
Well, she put an offer in tonight. She said, if you leave the big, massive stone barbecue, the pool table, and the fruit machine, I'll give you your asking price. Well, my mum's is going for around about 170, and this one's 140. So.
Oh well, she's
And
quit
there's
in
no, the house is bought outright, the other house, so that she's selling. So there's no pissing about really.
There's no
she can-
chain.
She
Yeah.
can be, yeah. There's no change. You can just exchange basically. No, there's 3 people coming out on Monday just to look at my mum. She only put it on this morning.
We'll have to keep his fingers crossed for her then.
Well, the house that's sold in my mum's street is sold within weeks of a for sale sign, and my mum's is a 4-bedroom and it's an extended house at lot, the other one. Yeah. She's just fed up of the A1 and the getting through Leeds, getting through Armley to Leeds, then getting out of Leeds up to the A1 and then getting up to it's too much for her. And this is like Conisborough's 18 minutes away from Doncaster Centre.
Oh, that's all right then.
I was straight there. I didn't even take me 18 minutes a day.
Yep, well, the old far side of Leeds.
So
Probably.
Literally,
when
come
will
out
you
the
know
front door,
then?
look to the right, and there's a castle.
Ooh.
No
The side of the castle.
Conisborough Castle.
Conisborough.
Yeah, Conisborough. Yeah.
It's
Coins.
like this. I mean, if she can sell her quickly, the quick more. It's like, you know what I mean?
Well, the house was rented out. The house is actually empty now. It's been empty since February.
Oh, that's all right then. So as soon as she sold hers, basically, once all paperwork's gone through, she can move straight in.
It's pretty much
Sounds like a plan.
the only damage to the house is it's got like the cubicle in the shower. It's got like a door that goes like that.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
Just tell them to fix that as well. So
No,
It's
she said
not a
to
massive
leave all-
thing,
she said
though,
to leave
is
all other bits. She'll sort that herself.
well, this
Well,
is it. I mean, it's not
it's
as if
me.
it's a massive job. You know
She
what I
means,
mean?
she means I'll take the tray out, put a whole new shower thing there. That's what she really means.
You've got your weight cut out.
I know,
for you
man,
already.
Cam.
We said that we're going, oh, it's going to take some painting. I said, well, what's your problem? I said, yes, I'll put you on skirting boards. He's only a little mistake there. He's only about 5 foot something. He can do skirting boards.
Well, that's it. You know what I mean?
you can do skirting boards.
He doesn't like doing nope, to be honest. He's born
Right, one of
Irish.
them things you've got to look at bigger picture. You know what I mean? She's got to put her own sort of little mark on it, if you know what I mean.
He's the sort of guy who'll help you, but after 10 minutes he's saying, just fuck off out of the way.
Leave me alone. Leave me.
First when it's building furniture. Oh my God, get out of the way. Oh,
Just
you got
leave
to
me
have 8
to
of
it,
these
let me
screws.
be.
You got to have 7 of these screws. Right, we'll start with part A.
And
Yeah,
you've
well,
got,
all you need is a picture of what it looks like. That's all you need to build something. Just a
Hey,
picture of what it looks like.
Claudia, what were you?
Everything else is common sense. I don't use instructions. Just look at a picture.
Destructions.
Yeah, destructions. Yeah.
But
I need
yeah,
them
I
right
mean,
here because
it's a fantastic place.
it's all
Oh,
pictorial.
the bedroom has actually got walk-in wardrobes. You can actually a proper door and you walk into.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
It's like one of them things where you know what you're doing. Don't faff about round me. Just leave me to it, and I'll do it my way, sort of thing.
Stevie Wonder put that laminate flooring in.
It's all one way cows.
They're not even lined in a like give the brickwork effect. They're not even lined in that way. And then when it got to the door, they must have like thought, "Shit, how am I getting to this door?" They basically cut a strip of the wood going the opposite way.
We'll have to use the pole offcuts.
Hiya,
The
Dave.
door threshold is about half a foot wide.
But, I mean, like the way Johnny's talking, they didn't think it through.
No, they got to nobody. When people, you can tell an amateur when they get to a door or a corner or a bit of skirting where they can't handle it.
Oh shit! What do I do now?
I'm a template guy when it comes to the doors.
Yeah, Gordo says I'm the same. I need to be
Oh,
left
so
alone to get on with
you
it.
know the art of
A
the cat.
template, the frame, the actual shape of the door, and then template onto a piece
So
of
what you're gonna do then? Are you just gonna rip it all up?
You'll be doing CAD, won't you, Johnny?
The living room floor,
what
the
you
other one
design.
where the conservatory, that looks like a new carpet. So there's a carpet going all the way up the stairs and in the bedroom. But that side of it, dining area, she said she wants it all wood floor. I said, well, you never know what the floor's going to be like
That's
underneath.
it.
So you never know what floor underneath. It's a Victorian house. Might be a nice floor underneath.
It probably is. Might be original floor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a soil conservation trust area, all that bit there as well. Apparently, you have to have planning permission to put a plant outside your door.
If
The only
that's
thing she's
it,
concerned about is the fact that
advises that they've had permission to build that annex thing.
the only thing she's concerned about is when we step out the front door, it's just a narrow path and then the main road.
Yeah,
It's not main road, but it's just
straight
during
out
rush
the
hour.
main road.
Like around here, after about 6 o'clock, it's quiet.
Maggie's art.
Hi, Giza. How are you?
But I said to my mum, look at the way the house is laid out. You're living in the back of the house.
Good,
With all that courtyard and that, you wouldn't live at the other side, would you?
The art when I do doorways. But yeah, it's
Yeah, you can do that, yeah. Or you just get a machine and you just route in under the bottom of each side at dawn and just slide a piece in.
but yeah, I'm sure you'll whip it into shape in no time, Johnny.
When a problem comes along, you must whip it.
Nothing I can't do in that house either. She's not happy with the fact that everything's pine. It's literally pine. Pine skirtings, pine doors, everything's like pine. She wants it all white, all nice and clean and white.
But it's like this, I mean,
Well, nothing a paintbrush won't fix.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
literally
say,
every bit of skirting, every architrave, every door is all pine.
obviously,
Brown
Get a bit of paint on it.
whoever had got it before were into pine.
Yeah, majorly. That's why I'm saying floor's probably all right underneath. That's probably figgy
Funny
pine.
thing is here, as you know, Johnny, we've got carpet in every room. Now, Chris says, "Oh, if we bought this house, he says I'd report carpet up. He says, and I'd have all hardwood flooring down." Now I'm sort of a bit,
No.
you know how unsteady I am on my
The
legs.
biscuit, it sounds like you've got a horse in the house. Clippity clop.
But
Plus, when he gets a bit excited, he might just slide past you.
I know.
That's
Hey,
it.
it's not him I'm
Flooring.
worried about. It's me sliding past.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that is
trip,
true.
you trip over fresh air.
I was going to say, I'm not steady on my pins at best of times. Can
And I
you
did point
imagine
out
me?
some. I said, well, you should get a few more quid for house, mum. Since I've just re-frigging decorated it off.
Well, that's it. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of that's where we differ. I prefer carpet, but Chris, we'd rip it.
Hey, that house has actually got ceilings where I'd have to stand on a ladder to paint them. Victorian house, isn't it? Normally I just walk up and down with roller.
But yeah, you know what I
Extending
mean?
one's off.
Everybody's got different
Roll that
tastes.
over.
I mean, I prefer carpets. But Chris, if it were left up to him, he'd have wooden flooring down.
So she made an offer today, so we'll just wait and see. I said, don't get too excited because you can get kaplunked very easily.
Because
Well,
is
that's
the
it.
Yeah, I know, I'm saying it's a joke.
a plunk. That's a game, isn't it?
The one that was selling for
I knew
300,000 over at
what
Road, and I found
I
out
knew
why.
what you meant, Johnny.
To an house that looks the same. It looks the same as my mum's, right? But the one it's for 300,000. So I thought, why the hell's that one for 300? Then I walked round the back. It's actually got in their garden. There's another little terrace in the corner, absolutely in the corner of the get back garden. I think it was like an old milling bit.
I see what Chris has put. Could always have a big rug with Velcro underneath it. Well, that's
but
the big
they'll-
object if you're ripping all carpets up to 4 us down.
Yeah. And a bit of rug on wooden flooring, you slip on it. Unless you got
Anyway, you know what Chris is like for DIY. I can't see it happening anytime soon.
Now he gets some chuffer else to do it.
He's too busy lighting up his car at night.
Yeah, camping.
Yeah.
Car camping.
Mine's solid, and I mean solid oak flooring downstairs.
Yeah, Gordo says I ripped all our laminate up in the hallway. It was in a terrible state. We changed to carpet, so you see, I'm not alone in the carpet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I paid 133 quid for my floor downstairs. Solid oak. Solid oak. Every tiny little piece I had to put. All right, well, I can make it a jigsaw.
But I mean, it's one of the, it's same as I say. It's one of them things where, it won't do for us all to be saying. Some people prefer laminate, some people prefer carpet. You know what I mean?
Any sort of children, you need a floor or laminate or something like that. I mean, I had a carpet down when Keena were tiny because obviously she was learning to walk and stuff. But as soon as you're old enough, it come up on the floor. Nothing worse than seeing a child just starting to walk, pancaking on a note floor.
Oh dear. But yeah,
I've just
I
decorated.
suppose, as I say, you know,
I've just decorated Kath's living room for her. A little cafe. I'll show you. Yeah.
well, I'm keeping everything crossed for her. Tell her I'm keeping everything crossed and everything that goes according to plan. Gordo says he wants hard flooring in the dining room. I mean, like Gordo, I mean, he's got a little grandchild.
I did that wallpaper.
Cool.
I'll show you on the better picture. There.
Yeah, because didn't she have something similar to you but
That
different?
looks 70s.
Yeah. Nice thick wallpaper as well.
Oh, we've got a blast from the past. Hiya, Angel.
Well. Hello.
Hey there.
Hey, can you hear me?
Sort of a bit.
Good.
Barely. Bad connection.
Good to see you though, Angel.
Shut down your YouTube.
Well, I'm still doing YouTube, but
I can hear your YouTube page.
uh,
You're on StreamYard. There's a few seconds delay between YouTube and StreamYard. So what we say in StreamYard, it comes through seconds afterwards. No, it's a very jerky video. Video and audio is not much better.
Yeah, it is very glitchy. Geezer.
Yeah.
Hi, Angel, you're very glitchy.
I'll try coming back up here. I'll see if I do anything. I'll be right back.
Tracy's got overly excited on the stocking up.
You weren't exaggerating then when you said.
That's there's another. Hang on, that's the bottom one.
You see what Gordo's foot.
There's the baking cupboard.
Yeah,
so every tin that's in that cupboard, right, is now worth more than when it was put in there.
Gordo says I've sent you that moth in the post, Pixie. He put ink grew it. Can you remember that big caterpillar I said that he'd got, and it was the size of his hand?
Oh yeah.
Come, I'll show you some pictures in a minute.
My mum said, "Oh, I'll have 5 tins of that tuna, right? When I've got 5 tins out, right, for her. She wanted some chicken in white wine sauce. I'll give her 2 tins of that." there's still 35 tins of tuna in that cupboard.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
She stocked up when all COVID thing were going on, so it just built up. They're all 3 rows deep, by the way. That cupboard is. I'm scared of it falling off the wall, to be honest. Whoever's near that wall, if that ever falls off, they're dead. Makes for a great username. What we're on about?
Oh, Geezer, we're asking what's the story behind my username. So
yeah, what's behind his?
Yeah, it was the name of a company I had. That says it makes for a great username. Using my real name. No particular story. That's it. That is it.
What's it?
So nothing exciting.
Well, let me just put me thing down, me brightness down, and I'll show you the size of that moth. It was massive.
They're related to butterfly.
Eh?
Just make sure you don't get in your cupboard.
I see a post
All your clothes.
from your opening it.
But yeah, honestly, huge. Huge. And that's no exaggeration.
Well, the news from yesterday
That was a bit of an
That's the size of it. That's no word of a lie. That's the size of it, right? There's another one. Look.
We get frogs in our back garden, Gordon. Right.
And that's sort of like where it swings over.
I've still got Bimmer's keys in my pocket. I've been running around in BMW today.
And he also, it says, going by the size of this thing, I think our caterpillar that I found in the garden a few weeks back has evolved. Did a bit of research, and this is UK's largest moth, the privet hawk moth, mainly nocturnal, so very rare to see it out in the daytime. But yeah, I must say, in all honesty, I have never ever seen one that size, honestly. But yeah, ooh. Chris, I thought Chris would have a heart attack if seen that one. Even them little tiny like ones, he has heart failure. But yeah, that one massive.
For me, it's just flies. I just won't allow them in my house.
They are related to butterflies, but they're not.
But yeah, if Chris sees one of them little I call them baby moths. He has a issy fit.
2 seconds.
But yeah, Chris into fan of moths.
Apparently, moths evolved before butterflies.
But yeah, he's not a fan of moths. Well, Angel don't look like he's coming back. But hey ho.
I'm just having a mellow moment.
I think I could do with some of that. Phil. Johnny says he's having a mellow moment. I says I think I could do with some of that. So I had to just playing up some chronic.
You can make some kick-ass cakes.
I tell you, it's not like painful. It's more uncomfortable than out, and it's like
niggling.
Right in the middle of my back, and it's all the way down my bum cheek. And all
Here's a question for you. Do you swear at your back? I do. I go, you taking effing piss now. I'm stiff as hell on them. I have to warm up on the morning, literally warm my body up.
It's also called... Well, this is the thing. Since I've sort of had this flare-up...
Oh, butterfly.
All right, can you hear me better now?
Sort of a bit,
It's not much better, unfortunately.
Moths are classed as poor butterflies because they can't afford colour. To be honest with you, no. I did consider the CBD oil.
I tried that. Give me heartburn.
Is that like without the THC?
It's without the THC. It does
work.
It's sort of
remove the THC.
Yeah, it numbs the pain, but you don't.
It mellows you without you being off your tits, basically. But when you smoked it 25 years.
I'm going to say something about moths and wallets, but I don't have a wallet as such anymore.
It doesn't actually work that way.
These, holds me cards. There's a little clip for my banknotes. It actually stops your contactless cards from being scanned.
Phil just put Holland and Barrett. I used my dialer dealer.
No, I mean I've been told because sort of pain that I have that Holland and Barrett don't do the strength that I need. I need a really high strength one.
You need a THC one.
Definitely. All right. Can I just unmark the automatically adjust mic volume? I don't know if that's a bit louder or not.
It's just feedback and a very bad lag. That's what it is, Angel.
Yep.
But it is good to see you, though, my friend. It's good. I haven't seen you for a few years now.
Yeah, if you mute or close your YouTube tab or your page?
In
Well, all my pages are closed. And I haven't.
Oh, right. So that's one. Well, that's one
headset.
thing. Yes. Yeah. Audio's better.
Okay, is it? If it's better, then okay, cool.
Not perfect, but it's better
Peter
than it
says
was
audio
before.
good, 10 for 10. That's good or bad.
You sound like me putting a phone over in. Can I have a 2, 3, 1, 7, 9, 12? And prawn crackers.
It is glitchy, but we can hear what you're saying.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I got a new pack. I got 10 foot. Hang on a minute. I got 10 foot 4 wires today. Got the wire.
10-foot one. Phone wire for.
What a 3 for a 10 and a 10 foot long.
Oh, I've been splashing out. I know.
Oh, size of the cable.
No, major. You know when I
Is that your Ethernet cable?
I've
No,
got some more
charger
yellow
cable
food
for my phone.
colouring. Because that was what I used
Oh.
the other night.
What, a toothpaste?
Jason Simmons doing the Smash advert. Like robots that pissing themselves laughing at the end of it. For mash get smashed.
And I did buy some of them. They're like little star things.
And the sugar ones.
Yeah, I think so.
So you
yeah.
can make anyone a star.
Yeah.
You gave them up. If you pass them around in a nightclub, you get arrested.
But what I'm saying is, I've got chocolate stars. I've got every other colour, but these are sort of like a multicoloured. And if sort of we make the cosmic brownie cookies on Tuesday, that's what I'm going to use.
Right. So she's got to find some of them. Where's she finding them from?
But yeah, that's all I bought. I mean, I ain't sort
Where
of-
did you get them off? Where
But
did you
yeah,
get
when
them
I did the Victoria sandwich on Tuesday, that worked last of me. Yeah. Who made Smash to start with?
Do you know that 3 of the Cadbury's? Do you know that 3 of the robots that were used in that advert are not a million miles away from us there in the Science and Media Museum?
I've seen them. I've actually got a picture of them, I think.
I've got. I need to go back there.
That's at the
Make a video. I'll make a video.
It's all been redone. They've got an arcade and all that
He
area.
says
now.
no Googling. I ain't got a clue.
1:50 and you get half an hour to play any of the games.
But what's it? The Play School toys are in the same museum.
Pac-Man.
I've even seen Gordon the Golf there.
Yeah, that bit's still there. I think I've got
Is
some
it
pictures
still-
of it. I went with Luke and Christine a few months ago. So they had a gaming
What's
exhibition.
that called again, partners?
What?
The museum.
Science Media Museum.
It's what used to be National TV and Thingy Museum, wasn't it?
Oh, Cadbury's. There you go. Says who made
It's the national. It's called the National Science and Media Museum. That's what
Yeah.
its current name is.
I've got a pen somewhere. I've got a pen somewhere.
There's other at the head office of the brand owner, Premier Foods.
Seeing if I've still got the pictures on.
Hey, I tell you something and all. My bacon lives are becoming quite popular.
Your bacon lives.
Baking.
Yeah, the Muslims are
Sorry
happy.
today. Couldn't help it.
You're not a hit with the
400,
Muslims.
422, I think. Tuesday's got.
Really?
But others are sort of, you know what I mean. But that is, yeah, doing quite a lot.
Guess we take him on outings all the time. I'm just trying to find the right outing.
But changing things up, in the time that I was here, which took a long time, I think it's been a year or two. I got my own place. I'm first house last year.
I heard something about a year now.
Do you think it's your broadband?
What?
Do you think it's your broadband?
I think it may be virus there because my internet is the fastest possible from my internet provider, but also I received a notice from internet provider about there being like some type of like surfacing to where it could get slow for some.
Ambrose says that Jeanette and Anisha and Bella Lake. No, nothing from either of them. You know, I messaged Bella. She's not got back to me. No, I've not heard anything at all. Mumble rap.
Wore me out today. Definitely getting that AC sorted. Because I've melted this week in that car. It's like being on the motorbike. Every time you pull up at lights, you start melting.
Yeah, Johnny, what you need to do is you need to take it to a place that does aircon, and what they need to do is they need to, basically pull. If there's any air in it, they need to pull it out, empty any refrigerant that's in it, and then need to pull a vacuum.
It's got
And
a
it needs to
vacuum
hold.
as well.
It needs to hold a vacuum.
It's
You know,
all
if
in
it can
good
hold a
nick.
vacuum for half an hour, it should be all right. And then it just needs a refrigerant and maybe oil and dye added.
My mate had a look at it today. He does all maintenance on
Yeah.
the transport cars at school. And he said, all pipe work and all that looks good. And there's a pressure release valve thing on the top.
Yeah, as long as everything else is all right, your compressor and your dryer and condenser are all right.
Do them sort of things need a sort of flushing through then?
Yeah, it's 22-year-old, so she's probably run out of that refrigerant gas stuff that's in them.
Well,
No,
when
I know some people when they have air conditioning system apart, they do use this stuff for flushing it out to clean it.
I'll get it done properly, but I do need it.
But yeah, if it hold a vacuum, you'll be all right just having it filled, and it should hold it.
Would it be a special guys? Would it not be the one where I do all my work done on it?
Well, if you're getting just the proper, there's a machine that has refrigerant and oil and dye, and it has two connectors, for low pressure and high pressure side. What we'll do is they'll connect the connectors up, start the
I
machine.
need to get that wheel done. I need to get that wheel done as well. It's got that screw stuck in it. Because it says RAV4 now, and that one's silver, so it's not matching it, man. If a part facing right, it looks great. If a part facing left, it's a spare wheel. It doesn't really
You
go.
just need a tyre place to sort of tyre
Yeah,
out.
the valve leaks just a tiny bit as well.
Yeah.
Get him to do that as well. She's due a bit of pampering anyway. Just clocked up a few miles.
Yeah, get that aircon sorted out. If you're lucky, you might
Definitely.
get mates rates. But first aircon I did, they were on Astra actually. I thought I'll get aircon fixed.
Well, I'll ring Brooklands that do all the stuff on the car for me.
Yeah, so I knew somebody. He had the actual machine. He did it for me. Then at first, I realised it was leaking. So what did I do? I changed the compressor.
No, that's what you think now, Gordo, but I've noticed it last few years. We've been getting longer summers, so you literally melt.
Yeah. On Astra, I changed the compressor. Then it put refrigerant. It worked for a few seconds, and then I realised I had a leak in my condenser. So I got that replaced. Got it done. It was still, I just had to nip up wet pipes attached to the condenser. And once that was done, it were all right. It was ice cold after that.
She's very easy car to work on as well.
It's like this. If you've got it and it's not working, then it's not working to its full potential. if you know what I mean.
Volvo's working.
It turns on, it blows all hot air at you. That's all. It's the last thing you need.
Clearly not working.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing. That car's a really good car. That's the only thing wrong with it. That's it. There's nothing else wrong with it at all.
Like I say, just get somebody to make sure it'll hold the vacuum, then get it.
I've done that oil change, and new filter and all that, and put a new cab filter and a new air filter as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you'll make me a drink.
I think Volvo's due a service.
2 years ago, I changed that cab filter. With like bloody wasps and stuff stuck in it.
Oh, you should see it. You should see it after 12 months. You should change it every 12 months.
Oh god, it was disgusting. I don't think that when I changed it the first time, it'd ever been changed.
Oh, you're making a cup.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that change it, and they wonder why the
If you think about
ventilation
it, You're
system's up.
turning the fan on. You're turning the fan on to warm you up or cool you down. Yeah, in a car, and your cab filter's got fucking dead insect in it.
Yeah, well, it's obviously doing its job, but it needs to be changed
Yeah.
more often.
Yeah.
Once a
Rodo
year.
says I have the deluxe version of Aircon. It's called electric windows.
That's not
Well, do
deluxe.
I, but when you pull up at lights, you realise you're sat in a mini oven.
But this is it. I mean, it's like our car. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah, but
Aircon.
you're letting it not
When-
polluted air.
Once you've got used to it, and then it's not there anymore. Crypt, while we
You sat there breathing in
So-
the wasp.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
Wasps and all sorts,
getting in.
ladybird, you name it, stuck in that vent.
The cabin filter needs change.
Oh, you gotta do it,
I'd
you
rather breathing
You open
filtered air.
dashboard, you open dashboard, you press it in each side on the engine, then
Hi,
it's behind it.
Tommy.
Well, location varies. On Beetle, it's at top of dashboard. I think it's at one. Can't remember what side it is. I've done it on video. Astra underneath glove box. The
Yeah, it's about
Corsa and Vectra, you got to take scuttle out to get to them. I'll definitely think on Vectra. Vectra be. I can't remember where it was on Volvo. I think it's under glove box.
I just look in the manual and it tells me where it is.
Well, they don't tell you where cabin filters are. Handbooks don't do that. They don't give you that.
No, I've got the proper workshop manual.
I want like a Ains. Well,
Yeah.
Ains is better than no, I suppose. Yeah, I got Ains for my fleet.
Because they've been talking, wondering where you were.
Well,
So I've even got Ains for that one. Oops, can't see. Yeah, can they see? Get back in reality.
I did, Jed.
I've even got
I've
Ains
got
for
the
the.
paddling pole back there, man.
Okay, it's even the same colour as mine.
I power washed the paddling pool and I put it all back away now.
You can tell it's an American Ains because they're different.
There's a week of rain coming now, apparently.
But there's
UK
that much
Ains.
done online nowadays that them sort of things are becoming obsolete, aren't they? Them like manuals, if you know what I mean. 'Cause they've
Well,
been-
Gil Skills' wife's got a RAV4, same as mine, and all work he's done on that, I've watched him, and I've done it on mine.
Last but not least, the 36.
Ooh.
They're only about 15 quid, and they're down to nut and
Yeah.
bolt. Mine's a proper workshop one. Not
Not as good as it used to be.
Not as
I don't think
detailed.
as good as they've gone down.
You can YouTube it and be an expert after 3 videos.
Well, it's like Chris always says. If there's out you want to know about anything, just YouTube it, and there's
Well, the
more or
Gil
less-
Skills, the first one with the front brakes, I watched on him doing it. Then the back brakes, I watched him, and then I watched him changing the belt over the turpentine.
Well, that's one reason I make videos.
The serpentine
Well, that's
belt
it, that's-
was really
that's-
easy to change.
You know what I mean? That's why you do what you do, because hey, up Ainsl's gone.
It's got a tension. It's got a tension thing on belt, right? And all you do is you force it back with a spanner, and then there's a little pin.
Yeah, and it's usually a 15mm spanner you use.
Yeah, but
on tension.
mine's got one where you can put a pin in to slot it and hold it back while you change.
Yeah,
the belt.
it varies, but a lot of them it's a 15mm spanner.
Yeah, and you just take the tension off. Don't
You
you? With
Put spanner on, just push it back to take tension off.
so I've saved hundreds and hundreds of pounds doing most of it myself.
Hello, Stein.
The exhaust, the brand new exhaust system now, I couldn't get the end bolts off, so I got them to do that. Oh, and I got them to do the electrics for the turbo.
Well, I'll tell you what's a game changer. Impact guns.
Oh, there were one in Aldi the other day, 68 quid. I thought, oh, that's fantastic. That proper, but no battery. Impact driver, no battery. Says battery not included. I thought, oh, what a freaking.
Well, mine didn't come with it. Mine didn't come with a battery.
What are you supposed to do about a frigging battery?
Well, I got battery for mine. Well, both mine are DeWalt to take same battery, so
Oh, that's it.
buy one battery and the fast charger.
Yeah.
Fast charger's in my shed,
Mine's
so
a
I
Titan,
can charge up my DeWalts for free.
Yeah, an impact.
It costs me nothing to charge my Impact. So free energy. So solar panel on my shed. Using a charge controller.
I don't know. We need to ask Chris that.
Asia Summers asking me what size is my favourite spanner. I ain't got a Scooby Doo about spanners.
She's got a big wish, though.
I'd say the bigger the better.
Jeanette's power
So you
tools.
like a big tool.
Things on them.
Yeah. Their power tools and my power tools are two different, totally different things.
Ours fix things and cover in oil, and yours cover in.
What?
Oh, that was that about
Alright,
5'6".
yeah.
Yes.
Well,
This is referring to Chris. Oh dear.
No, this is partner.
Hey, all I know is Chris has got a set of spanners and it's got like hexagonal things on one end and an open thing on the other end.
Don't have a
Oh, you know what I look like?
That's about the limit of what I know about
I've got a
spanners.
big rack thing on the
And
ceiling in my shed. with
all in
different
different
spanners.
sizes.
Only goes up to 24, though.
Okie dokie then, Angel. Don't worry about it.
Good to
But
see you,
yeah.
though, Angel. Good to see you, though.
You know what I mean? That's the amount of knowledge that I know about spanners.
Well, that's what my stepdad like. He really wants to try and do something, but he just needs him to move out the way.
You know what I mean? It's yeah.
got what you're looking for.
You know, the total amount of what I know.
He's good with flowers and growing things, so he sticks to the pot. Yeah. The only damage the house has got is right in the corner when you walk out the house. It used to have a little garden pond. It's all
Jason said he
knackered.
thought you were taller.
For me,
Yeah.
I wish.
Because it comes in at a slant, it's misleading.
Johnny says it's because it comes in at a slant. It's misleading.
He goes,
Copy back.
Right, I need to get to Aldi before it's shut, so I'll drop out and I'll catch you if I get back in time.
Okie dokie then.
"Oh,
It's
okay,
only
yeah."
10. We've got another
Yeah,
hour.
I'll probably be back in time.
Okie dokie then.
What time's his bloody Aldi shut?
I know our Asda don't shut while 11 during week.
Oh, right, so it could be 10 or something. Unless it's just out
No
right.
idea.
Could you make your way to the tills, please?
This is a bet he was taller when he had hair. Funny thing is, Jason, originally I was 5'7", but I've shrunk with age.
Yeah, but like Jeanette's known me for a few years now, been but completely bald. No.
So yeah, I've shrunk half an inch. I'm only 5'6.5".
And I've got a big beard and hair. What happened?
We've got one about 10 minutes away that's a 24-hour one. But our little one down here is only sort of 7 till 11, I think.
24 hours, but you can never get to chemist well. That's always struggling, right?
Well, that's it.
Just try to think.
No,
right
not
now.
all Asda's are open 24 hours. Tommy says a true Yorkshireman would just hit the back of his new impact gun with a hammer to save spending on a battery.
Well, I was thinking, what's the
You know
point?
where an impact gun is? What is one,
It's
Johnny?
a gun where you can actually, it's powerful enough to rip bolts off on cars, cars that where it won't come off with a spanner or all.
Oh,
They give it like a drill that does the impacts.
oh, yeah.
Well, it's basically the same, but it actually shakes the bolt as it's ragging it out.
Oh,
One thing you'd have to normally use an air machine, do you know that garages have?
oh, yeah.
But this is
Like
just
what
a
they do
battery.
with Formula One, when they take tyres off in a hurry.
Yeah, well, yeah, they use like air jack ones.
So, But yeah, aren't only like well, you know, like how you've got Tesco Express, aren't sort of an Asda version of that, but it don't stock a lot of things that the big Asda does. Now we've got one about 10 minutes down road, and it's one of these superstores. Basically, it's got 2 floors to it. George and
Nearest one to us like that is Pudsey Alcott Centre. That's got a double 2-story Asda.
yeah. Well, this is Answorth, and it's like 10 minutes down Parkway. But it's got like 2 floors to it, and all upstairs, all downstairs is all food stuff. Now upstairs is like George and electrical goods, and
We've got an Asda living near us, and then little Asda. My mum's
I
confused.
heard they got different Tesco's. To be honest with you, I hardly ever shop at Tesco's, to be honest with you. But the Tesco Express is like a smaller version of the Tesco, but it's sort of, I mean, it's like Sainsbury's. We've got
The Tesco Express ones are franchised. That's why there's slightly a few pence more and stuff. Hang on, my mum sent me
God, I was to forget a rusty ball to find a bit of yelling and a few choice words works wonders. But yeah, I mean, Tesco Extra is the sort of like a bit like as the superstore, but an Express is like basically a corner shop. But yeah, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, it's our Asda, we're like 2 minutes down road from us. It don't stock a lot of stuff that the big Asda do. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing about having it on his doorstep. But if you want something specific, you know.
Sorry about that. My mum sent me a voice message.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, I'd only go to a Tesco if it were really, really necessary. But where we situated, the Asda, it's basically a small Asda, but we have got one a bit bigger that's just up road from us.
Well, where my mum's going to move to, there's a Home Bargains. There were a big fish and chip restaurant thing, a pub. What else were there? A smaller Morrison's. So she's got plenty of stuff.
But you see, down where our Asda is, it's like there's Asda, United Carpets and Asda, United Carpets and Beds, Pound Stretcher, and then you go across like a little bit of a road, and is it Magnet? I don't know, Magnet Windows and something or other. And it used to be a Netto, and that's now Home Bargains. Oh, and Dreams, them that sell beds and whatever.
Basically, the only ones that everybody goes in is Asda's, Pound Stretcher, and
Home Bargains.
Bargains.
But yeah, I mean, it's all right because it's on doorstep, and if you sort of want something in a hurry,
They've reserved an aisle for me because I'm always bloody in there.
Chris knows them, but
Chris's aisle.
Chris knows them by the first names down at our Asda. But yeah, I mean that's sort of ideal for us because it's like 2 minutes. Asda's like our corner shop. You know, like when you were a kid and your mum would say, "Oh, go and get me a loaf from corner shop." That's like our corner shop. But I've also heard that this Tesco Club Card thing's a rip-off.
Have you seen the price differences on stuff though when you pay with card? You know when you're actually looking through a Tesco and it says Tesco club price.
Yeah.
The normal price, you're like, Jesus Christ.
But
well, that's encouraging you to buy their products that they've got advertised
that's
like that.
it. You know what I mean? It's like there's certain things, like let's say for my baking, for instance, what I can't get down there. Like I mean, when we made that cake on Tuesday, I wanted some like choco beans, essentially like.
And managers at Asda's were turning around and saying, because people are really struggling right now, that they're asking for £30 limits at the till. They're asking the actual cashier that when it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, only scan up to 30 quid.
Yeah.
But that's how it's got. You know what I mean?
Well, I went in there. Tracy went in Monday to Aldi and spent 38, and I spent 51 on Friday to cover us off.
Oh, pardon me. Same as I say, that I wanted some like them. They like little choco beans. They like inessential. They like not Maltesers, Smarties, but the cake decorations. Now they hadn't got them down there. Now if we'd have gone to other one that's like what we on them tram lines, follow tram lines all the way up. It takes you onto. Jason says, "Are you listening?" Jason says, "Tell Chris to check out Aldi and Lidl online for the camping gear this weekend."
Oh.
So there.
Well, we've got nobody cafe.
No, there's not a 30 quid limit in Asda, Phil. It's basically because the increase in price of living and whatnot, people are saying to the cashiers, when it gets to 30 quid, that's it, you know, leave rest behind sort of thing. So there's no limit. I'd be buying every day from Asda at that rate if they're only a 30 quid limit. But yeah, people are telling. I mean, it's not just Asda; it's Tesco and any supermarket. People are saying, "Well, when it gets to 30 quid, stop." You know what I mean?
She wants to go and have another viewing next week and measure up stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the house next, there's a garage. We spoke to the guy on the left. It's a little bungalow next to the house on the end. And he said when he had his double garage built, the tenants that were in that house wouldn't allow him access into their back garden to finish the brick bit at their side. Do you know what they could see at their side? But on the right-hand side, where I showed you that little gate bit, they've had an extension built like onto the back of their house, like a kitchen extension. Well, that side isn't rendered either. So I'm thinking if that neighbour told us that they wouldn't allow access to that, I bet when they built that extension, the tenants wouldn't allow access to that side either. Because it's just breeze block. It's not being rendered or anything. Not even being painted. Nothing. I bet the tenants just won't allow access.
That's just being a pain in the arse. I mean, if the only tenants, what?
They'd be thinking about it. The tenant, the guy we've spoken to for the bungalow, if he's mentioned that they wouldn't allow access just to do that little wall, I bet they wouldn't allow access to neighbours on the other side either.
I mean, you could understand it if it were landlord that had said no. But if they're only tenants, then they've got no right.
Private tenants just don't look after their houses, do they? And they don't give a toss what they get, you know. Apparently they're always partying, but they've gone now, so it's a really quiet village. So they probably they left in February, so the house has been empty since then. I bet the guy just decided to sell up because he couldn't be asked with bad tenants again. Puts you off wanting to rent, doesn't it? Puts you off wanting to be a landlord when your fucking tenants just don't respect your house.
That's
they're
it.
They're the ones that smashed the bloody shower thing.
But the thing is, you hear so many bad things nowadays where, you know, the tenancy comes to an end, they move out, landlord's gone in, and it's a right.
Yeah, I've seen them enough. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know the auction ones when they're selling houses, they get cheaper on the auctions because they've been bloody wrecked and that, aren't they?
Yeah,
like,
that's it. You know what I mean? It's.
Anyway, my mum, it's just my mum Andrew and little Christine who's deaf, and that's so they'll end up with quiet neighbours anyway.
But Gordo says
it'll cut out all the A1. It'll cut out all the traffic through Leeds. It'll just make the life so much easier.
Yeah.
I got to Doncaster Deaf School today in 18 minutes from there, from the other house.
Yeah.
It's
I've
near
been looking at
Mexborough. It's near
Oh, no,
Mexborough
he's
as
been-
well.
he's been looking at getting another air gun, regretting selling my old one, wouldn't mind doing
But
some
where
more.
the sign is to go to at that village, it says Sheffield as well.
Ooh.
It's heading that way. Conisbrough. Something. Conisbrough. Can't say it properly.
Conisbrough.
Yeah, I keep thinking coins.
Is that Conisbrough, that big viaduct?
Castle. It's got a castle.
Yeah, Chris says he's done Conisbrough Viaduct. It's got like a...
Well, where that castle is, that house is literally, you can actually see it from that front door. The castle.
Ooh.
It's got a memorial garden over the road and a little park round corner. But then if you actually walk over the road, you can literally walk up to that castle.
Ooh.
That's how close it is to it. It's literally what you'd look at when you open bedroom window.
But it's like everything else. Same as you said. The only downside, it's straight out onto a road.
That's the only bit with Christine being deaf. That's the only thing she's
Yeah,
panicking
but these sort, you've got to sort of weigh pros and cons up. Is there more pros than there is cons, if you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's closer to a school. More room, more.
I said to her, you've got a village location in Doncaster for half the price, because normal village, a nice quiet little village, you're paying a lot of money for an house, aren't you?
But and the thing is, if she's selling her house for more than she's paying for that, then it's win-win chicken dinner. Because with extra money, she can do it all up.
You mean I can?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, when Andrew's been a complete tosser, so you can just ask him to go in the man cave and shut the door and shut up.
Well, that's it.
She said he can have cupboard understairs. It's got a walk-in cupboard understairs.
Shut him in there then.
The only thing weird with it being a terrace, you remember the little side toilets they used to have on them?
Oh yeah.
Still got that if your kitchen, there's a little sign top corner that says toilet, and you open it, and it's one little
I
toilet.
remember that.
With cistern above.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
With chain on. But it probably just needs a bit of TLC and you know what I mean.
There's a bit of TLC off from having them tenants in it, and then it just needs a good decorating to bring it out she wants.
I mean, looking at pictures, it don't look a bad out.
Everything's painting.
Obviously.
Everything's painting basically.
But that's
I understand
it.
she wants all that pine covering up there. She's into just white minimalist or plain colour. She's mind you, look at her living room. It's all glittery. I've just done that. I'm a bit slightly miffed. You've
got to start all over again.
Yeah, I like it. Look at me. I love building stuff there. Yeah.
But the thing is, you're at your best when you're busy.
And she'll buy out decent stuff, and we'll have to strip some pallets to make it. I just do a drive-by through industrial estates, and pick some pallets up and then just build what I want out of them. Whereas my mum will want to buy proper wood from a shop.
But the thing is, you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking for, you know what I mean? You know exactly what needs to be.
Well, I said to my mum about that house wall not being rendered on the other side. I said, if it's a problem where they can't actually do it, I said, I'll do it. Just finish pointing it all up, skim over the top of it, paint it white, done. Job done. Then put the fence panel back across. And then in the corner, there used to be like a pond, but it's all been dug out and it's just a filter and the pipe work then that there. So I just said make that into a ramp. So she come out the back door, go along.
Yeah.
Go down onto the. She's 68 now. She's going to need a stair lift. It's steep steps on that house, but only one set straight up.
Amjad says his brother's got a snack drawer.
Mum calls that a built-in wardrobe.
Tracy calls it cupboard on wall.
Every time she slams the door, I go, don't slam it. I can't say. One day we're going to walk in, there's going to be a big patch of brickwork on all that.
And all tins is all up floor.
There's little arms and legs sticking out from under all tins.
Oh dear.
That's 3 rows deep, them tins. That's it, but she gave me mum 5 tins today. She's still got about 40.
Oh dear. Whatever possessed her to buy that many tins of tuna?
I don't know. you know when she went, cause this lockdown thing before, she just got OTT on all the tins and shopping and stuff. She bought, every time we did a normal shop, she bought extra tins of everything.
All right, we're talking about the tuna situation at Johnny's house.
Tin situation.
Literally, I've got a trawler's worth of tuna.
Cleared out Aldi.
It says he'd get his mum some tuna, and she's still got about 40 tins. I says, what were all this fascination with tuna? And he says it was like in pandemic.
You know them Frey Bentos tinned pies? She got about 10 of them.
Did you get them bolty ones? Because Aldi were doing them bolty ones, weren't they?
She's got everything. She's got more jars than Dolmio.
Or more jars of Dolmio.
She's got them literally those industrial bags of pasta, big bags of pasta.
Well, that's going to put up a supermarket
It's
in Ethiopia.
It's like me. I mean,
Took him a polo, man.
it's like me. I do that much baking. I buy 16 kilogram bags of flour.
Yeah, well, it makes sense to do
You know
that.
what I mean? But when you reckon it up, how much flour I use.
Well, there's no shortage of anything here.
Gordo says, is there going to be a tuna shortage in Yorkshire?
There's a shortage of Yorkshire folk because we've all gone worldwide.
Well, in Leeds there is.
I'm told.
Hey,
Corner shop.
Wars is going lately. There might well be a shortage of tuna.
So what time's that?
Well, that-
out then?
So it
Time's
shuts
out?
at 10.
Yeah, you left
I
that.
got there just in time, yeah. Other half said ones, go get so and so from Aldi. Talk about cutting it close. That's why I went down at BMW. I thought it's a bit more of a nimble car.
Bit
The
more
big lumbering.
pedal to the metal.
Well, it's a petrol engine. Is BMW, so it's a bit more nimble.
Yeah.
I've got to keep my hand in with gear changing.
The way forward if you can. But you see, with me doing so much baking, you know, my brown sugar, my caster sugar, I always buy big 3
No
kilogram
shortage of
bags.
tuna.
Tuna is the new currency.
There's plenty of everything. There's plenty to go around.
Oh dear. Can you imagine Tracy stood on street corner dealing tuna?
If you want it in brine, it's extra.
It just reminded me of something. I don't know, John, have you ever played a game called Fallout 4?
No, I don't play computer
I
games.
don't know much game, but some games I've played.
Can't
And the
be
game
arsed.
is out, and the game is in the chat.
If you saw me driving games, you wouldn't get in a car with me.
The games are different, aren't they, to reality?
When my car's not taxed, I drive up path.
Oh dear.
Oh, something's familiar. So Jason Summers, you know about Fallout 4, the currency is bottle caps of Nuka-Cola.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a story now. When Callum were a little toddler, I mean, everybody knows he's got a learning difficulty. Anyway, he used to call bus stops bottle caps because he couldn't say bus stop, so he'd just call them bottle caps.
Actually, you remind me of a joke. So fellow who's in charge of this, like a psychiatric hospital, takes all inmates out, for a day at the pub, and they keep paying the barman with bottle tops. So guy that's in charge, assistant barman, just keep accepting bottle tops and I'll settle up with you. And so, time comes to leave, the fellow assistant barman says, "How much do I owe?" He says, £300. Here's a dustbin lid, keep the change.
Oh,
I think
dear.
it's raining here now. Ooh, I can hear the cars going through puddly. Kind of thing.
Hi, Kevin. How are you? Partners, what system you got?
I was on about a PC. I've actually changed the PC since I played Fallout 4. But my current system's an i5. It's got 28 gig of RAM. I've got over 8 terabytes of hard drive, including I've got 500 gig SSD and a couple of 4 terabyte hard drives.
Phil says it's been pulling it down here all
The
day.
previous one I named the
Tracy's more powerful tower than mine.
were at 4.2 gigahertz out of the box.
Mine's an i5. Tracy's an i7 down there.
Yeah, this one's an i5. This PC.
What this one is? Oh, i7. This one.
Not bad.
This one's
Not
an
bad.
i7.
You all right then?
Intel Inside Core i7. Yeah, Phil says it's been piddly. We've had that light drizzle. Still warm, but we've had sort of like a bit. It did say we were supposed to be having.
I don't mind. It takes me 20 minutes to water all them damn plants. I know to do a greenhouse tonight.
What do you say we could do with a good downpour so we don't have to water them?
Well, cabbages and that are getting old quite big now. What do we call them now? The radishes are flowering, so they're not far off. As soon as they flower and they start wilting, that's when you dig radishes up. So I'll have some radishes for my salad soon, fresh.
Super size.
500 run at 3.3 gigahertz.
Well, they're like that at the moment. They're not too bad. Not that big.
It's quad core.
Got cauliflowers and all that as well.
What
32
the size of
meters,
Intel, I have no idea.
Thunder Bridge.
Hang on, I'm bringing up mine to have a look. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no. It's been a while since I've that.
Oh, I'm just being naughty. He says maybe I might take a few of Imran snacks from his drawer for Thursday's party. Oh, you rebel, you Amjad.
Strawberry pencils.
I just bought fruit pastels. They're all red
And
and
sugar,
black.
it's getting
Yeah,
sugar
Callum's
rush.
had some of them. He likes them fruit
It's got
pastels.
Well, you
these.
said that. I've got a big cherry yogurt downstairs.
Some are fruits, or some are, I think they're called. Them.
Oh
fruit-
yeah, I've heard of them. I've heard of red and black ones. Yeah, you can get just the red and black ones.
Callum's had them before.
But I reckon those ones you get in Aldi are the same as Round Trees ones.
But you see, the thing is, I don't like fruit pastels. Stop encouraging you to be naughty.
It's like them crisps in Aldi, the snack right ones.
Sheena likes the Aldi version of them Oreo biscuits. They do.
I think the same as Oreos, if you ask
She said
me.
it tastes exactly the same. I said, well, that's good because they're only 45p.
There's a lot of stuff in Aldi the same as branded stuff.
Well, you know, they're floor
it's
cleaner
got
and that. They're like the floor
coated in
cleaner. It's just
sugar.
like that flash. Just like
They'll all
flash.
come off the same production line.
Yeah. Well, I worked in a paint factory where they used to just swap over tins.
Yeah, that's it. Just put a different label on the tin.
Just pull up another pallet, a different same thing, and just carry on.
I'm sort of I'm more into your sports mix or wine gums, or I don't like coated in sugar.
Like those Round Trees randoms. Then at 9p in Aldi.
Oh, my mum's all panicking now. I said, chill, relax. There's nothing I can't sort out. Oh, what about it going onto the front, the house going onto the main road? I says, Mum, it was just a busy day.
That's
There's a lot of
just
traffic
a little blip on the horizon. It can be sorted.
I says, Mum, look at the way the house is positioned and the house is laid out. You live in the back of the house in your nice courtyard garden and all that. You go out of that door to go out.
But the thing is, she's not going to be left unsupervised, so she's not going to sneak out onto main road without nobody
That
knowing.
door's kept locked. She's completely secured in that house because it's a
Yeah.
enclosed courtyard back garden. So it's actually safer than the house is in now, really. Because Christy could just walk out that garden whenever she wanted. There's no gates, no.
That's it. That's it. She's
My mum's lived on the back street for 27 years, so that's why she's just not used to that volume of traffic. But the guy said from
but the
6
thing
o'clock to
is,
the rush hour end, he said it's dead round there.
she's looking at the negatives rather than the positives.
Yeah. I said to her, lovely house, lovely area, and a great price, Mum. I said, and you still have 20, 30 grand in your pocket.
I'd say no brainer, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
You know, it's within her budget. She's got a budget.
Oh,
She hasn't bought a house for 27 years, so she's just a bit panicky. I got to.
Crypto could have granny flat.
You fancy moving to Yorkshire?
That's the man cave. It's got a pool table and a fruit machine in it.
Crypto
That's
could
it in
have
the
a
corner.
granny flat.
Buying a new house, and it's got like an annex on it with its own little, like, you know, all amenities.
Well, it's not an annex, isn't it? It's a separate building.
Yeah, totally separate building.
It's like an
But
annex.
it does have a conservatory built onto the back of the house as well. So
As long as there's off-road parking.
well, there's
So,
parking
Mum,
around
why
the back. There's actually a driveway access round the back of the
There
property,
you go.
and then it's actually got a parking spot outside the front. Not a very big parking spot, but
No, I'm alright. That's Cameron.
Cameron. Want to dig, what it?
I don't know. I'm tall anyway.
Doesn't like dig.
I waved anyway.
No, it's not big, it's Cameron.
Yeah, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, wind's
That's
blowing
like
the gate
storm.
outside. I can hear it now. I like a bit of weather like that. We need it though, don't we? Just to cool things down a little bit. And to save me watering pants.
It's just been bearable today. I mean, it's saying 19 on here.
I've been not as warm as yesterday. Yesterday was warm.
Oh, melting in that car.
Yeah, it would.
Half a
It's
storm just sitting in
just
that
been
car.
bearable today.
Leather seats as well. The torture in hot weather.
Jason says he's got Teddy Gray's Sweet Factory. I tell you something, Jason. Guess what we've got in Sheffield? In Chris's work there,
Wow.
I know.
Got Nestle
I know.
factory here.
Cadbury's.
They manufacture on Quality Street.
Oh, Cameron.
Cadbury's, yeah.
Fox's Biscuits is in Batley.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Best biscuit factory in Batley.
When we first moved
There's also
here,
the birthplace of Robert Palmer.
the only
Right, I'll show you what I mean
In a
about the
granny
main road.
flat. Alright, okay.
I'll show you what I mean about the
Yeah.
main road.
I'm not quite there
This is
yet.
it on the
I don't
camera
think
view,
it's
watch.
a granny flat just yet.
That's what she's concerned about.
But it's
It's
not
a
a
main
main road, like
Oh,
a busy
in-
main road.
It's like being there, isn't it? Google Street View.
But
I
what's
don't,
this?
I don't
What's
think
this
it's
when
a
I
granny
switch the
flat
camera
just
around?
yet.
Watch. Stop it. Hang on. Let me move up a bit. Where's the castle gone now? It's behind that tree.
Because Johnny's mum is fostering a deaf girl. She's a bit concerned because it's like go straight onto road.
It's not a main road, is it?
Same as I've said. I
Well,
think
actually, the neighbour said next door, he says there's a lot of traffic while we're talking now. He says, but from 6 o'clock at night, once a little bit of rush hour is on, that's it. He says, it's really
I'm
bad.
just,
it's like she's focusing on negatives rather than on positives. It's a massive house.
I just said to her, you got to think, Mum, the house is stunning. There's nothing we can't sort out. I said, and look at the way
Yeah,
they are.
but we get that because obviously we've got Cameron, and when I've talked to people about Cameron, because Cameron has autism, and he's very severe autism. And when I talk to people, like about getting claims or getting stuff like that, and I don't really like doing that, but they always say to me, always
Sorry if you
say
caught any of that.
what it is. It's like, when you go, oh, but he's okay, they go, no, don't do that. See how it is. How difficult it actually is, because otherwise you ain't going to get
In the house
anywhere.
my mum's in now, she's always
It
solved
doesn't
the
matter.
outcome
It
by
says you do
having the
need to be
door handles are high
but
up.
yeah,
The door handles on
You
my
have to
mum's
be
house are high up.
honest.
They're not where normal door handles are, so kids couldn't open the door.
But this is why I'm saying she's focusing on negatives rather than on positive. It's the massive art.
Yeah, I know, but they want you to focus on the negatives because they want you to get more out of it, if you get what I'm saying, because otherwise they're
Christine's
not going
deaf.
to take you
She
as
can't
seriously.
speak and she's special needs. That's why she's
Yeah, I get that because I've had that before, and they said to
Well,
me,
Christine comes to this house every Sunday. Duchess spends a day with us. I've got the A639 out there. I always bolt the gate shut, but she never even thinks to go near the gate anyway.
No, it's sort of. I think it's more. I can see it from your mum's point of view, worrying about her and saying, "Oh,
she's panicking about stuff you can deal with when she's in there." That's what I said to her.
But
if you can even look at that house now, even when I showed you the view of the back of the house, you can tell the house is arranged so you live in the back.
Yeah.
Why would it have all that in the back? You know.
But it's like this same.
"Oh, I need to go back granny flat." I'm not quite that old yet, Jason.
Yes, when you walk in the annex, it's got a little kitchenette thing in the corner with a fridge.
I get it when I get to my like 60s, 70s, but I'm only 41.
I'm only 46. Somebody said I'm
man.
49 today. Somebody said I look 49. I'm not impressed.
Yeah, they run them, depending on me.
It's the brightness.
But yeah, she'd be mad not to go for it, Johnny. She'd be mad not to. It's like Johnny said,
quickly,
the one that she's living in, she's selling for 170. The one that she's buying is only 140, so she's going to have 30 in her back pocket.
He'd had two offers, but under the asking price, and my mum's willing to pay the asking price.
I think I found it.
I'll stay young forever, alright. Is that the secret? Is it eating chocolate? Well,
Better get
In
stuff
moderation.
then.
In moderation, drinking a beer every day is good for you. As long as it's only one. Good for your heart. A lot is beer.
oh, I love chocolate.
I'm having the odd bit every now and again, but I'm not eating any of the other stuff, so I don't. After my near-death experience, if I want a bit of chocolate, I'm having some. But all I do is get the massive yogurts once you've had them.
I've not actually seen you, Jason. I've only seen pictures of you.
So I'm just reading your Tracy's messaged me back.
Hey, bloody hell.
Beef and mustard. I don't know about
All right.
Captain
I like
I asked-
American mustard. I don't like English mustard. It's
I
too
asked
strong.
Chris.
that. I like mustard and hot dogs. I
as well,
can't have hot dogs anymore.
and he's come up with the same conclusion as what Tracy has. So I'll show you what we're making on Tuesday. Cameras don't lie.
The cameras don't lie. What are you trying to say? Why I look bad?
I would never eat chocolate, eat salad, and
Cosmic brownie cookies.
Ooh. Let's get chocolate on. I like it.
eat salads.
She's teasing me into going back to the dark side.
But
What do you mean you go on your next stream all the time? That is season still on the dark side. Come on.
But I sent her that, and I sent her a cinnamon roll poke cake or something like that. And
Cinnamon
Chris
roll.
picked them as well. Chris
I'm
says,
picking-
well, if I've
I'm
got to
picking them
choose
up.
between the two, cinnamon roll blondie, that's the other one.
Nah, I ain't quite got the thing of that. You can't show us that first one and then bob us off with a blondie.
But this is what I sent to Boworth.
She said number one.
Mostly my picture. But I don't know what I mean by that.
What little pumpkin?
What picture?
What little pumpkin? I thought she knows me too well. Who was she?
Little pumpkin's me.
You know, so
No,
we-
Little
so
pumpkin's
after I
my
gave him
friend.
that they the cinnamon roll blondies.
Nah, what first one?
But yeah, Chris picked the cosmic brownie cookies.
So where's she going to get them little stars from? Then?
That they were from they were off Amazon.
Right, I'll get her some. Can you
Alright.
send me a link later?
I think they're about £1 something.
Can you send me a link
Like
later and
that.
I'll get her some?
Oh, Jesse, I put my hair up and I've got grey hair now.
No, whatever.
Doing whatever I have, look.
I'm all 50 shades in corner. Even my pyjamas are grey. I'm blending in with pyjamas.
Hey, look at mine.
Yeah, mine's coming through now.
I'm going to keep saying I'm going to have to dye my hair, but
I'm not warm, my hair's just flopped down.
but
My mum said
I mean,
today,
I'm
she said, "Oh, will you give
alright.
over with that
colour it
stomach give
myself,
over?"
but I can't rinse it off and everything myself. And the thing is, I've had problem with sciatica.
The only thing I can't do is I can't bleach my own hair and put the colour in the roots because I've got so much thick hair. Like a lot of it's pretty hard.
But the problem I'm having at the moment is I've had a flare up of sciatica in my back and all down my leg, so it's like uncomfortable for me to be like.
Oh yeah, moving your head forward on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
The only damage I've got is at the moment is my arm. I can't put my arm straight. I don't know if anyone knows that.
But yeah.
Like that one, I can go like that. This one,
Yeah.
it's bent.
Sort of.
I can't straighten it. No matter how much I try, I can't straighten it.
Yeah.
Because
Straighten
I've
it out,
had pins put in it, and it never be straight again.
But
I smashed my elbow.
I mean,
That's what happened.
So you make a shit scarecrow then?
We've tried everything, like sort of leaning over the bath and pulling, getting shower down, but then it's still hunching over at bath, from like
Yeah.
single kitchen and filling a great big bowl up and like scooping it with.
Oh, I always thought dyeing your hair is more easier than actually bleaching and going through the process because you've got to go for every individual section. Whereas dyeing your hair, you just put the dye all over.
That's it. But it's not the dyeing bit that I've got the problem with. It's the when you wash it off and everything, and then you've sort of got to make sure it's all out, and it's just that hunching over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Are you back to working from home then, partners? Because you
I've been working from home since I don't know when.
Say when you can do what you can do at home, you might as well stop.
But the thing is, Ian and Sophie, I mean, when the pandemic first started, they moved her onto working from home. And then they said, well, it works just as good. You're working from home as it does you actually coming into office. So
Saving the planet and all that, no transport costs.
Yeah,
Like,
benefits of company.
having to get a train every day into Widnes, I think. And
Right, back in a minute.
basically,
Yeah, I'm just gonna nip off. I'm just gonna go and get a drink and that. I won't be in there.
Chris's hair is dying, it's falling.
I'm gonna mute my camera because people are fed up to see me backside getting up and down all the time. So
Oh, my commute is just down the stairs. Make myself a cup of tea.
Just muted it and I can lip read. She says, "How do you stop your cam?" See, don't ever say out while you're muted because I can read lips.
And for the benefit of the deaf.
You see, that's what I find. I mean, I did just ordinary crisps. Cheese and onion, they don't half leave a funny taste in your gob. That's the only, you know. And Chris,
Lovely.
he's found that when it only seems like it's either ready salted or salt and vinegar. It like gets all these like blisters on his tongue. So, and yeah, my hay fever's running rampant. But yeah, I mean, but I don't eat a lot of crisps, to be quite honest with you. I mean,
But yeah, the only ones that taste just like Walkers, especially those cheese and onion ones.
yeah, I mean, it's
That's exactly the same with Walkers.
This funny thing. We used to buy Walkers all the time, and then we bought some Asda, you know, the multi-pack, variety pack or whatever.
Yeah.
And Callum won't eat them. So Chris says to him, he says, "Hi, Mr. Kerr, how are you?"
You have to put your foot down with a firm hand.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It says, "Oh, they don't taste thing, blah, blah, blah." So Chris says to me this particular day, he says, "I'm going to take them out of the bag. I'm going to stuff them all in a carrier bag and see if he notices." Anyway, he had a packet. Chris says, "Did you notice how different, Callum?" "No, why?" He says, "Well, they were them Asda Chris that you don't like." So yeah, you know what I mean. But it were. I mean, when he were a bit littler, he were a really fussy eater. You know what I mean? Really
But,
fussy.
yeah, I'll do the Pepsi challenge.
Oh, I've been to ice pop. Oh my god, I'm melting.
I've just got a fresh can of Iron Brew.
That's it. That's only
I got that
one.
as well.
I mean, I like them, but I don't like this smell afterwards.
I can think of worse smells than that.
But yeah. Did you see?
I'm back.
Right,
Back
Ooh.
to,
Chris has got a video where his
I
pal.
got been to.
I found an old toy next to me. I thought, oh my god, I can't remember it. I remember that. That's really old.
Huh?
That's really old. That's like really old.
I've got some really old Christmas decorations that my mum gave me years ago.
That's the goat.
Remember the
I
diamond?
mean, what I'm saying
Remember the
is,
diamond shaped bauble?
it was like about when I was little.
Remember them glass diamond shaped baubles that used to have silver circle in the middle? I've still got them, original ones, proper. I wrap them up every year, right carefully. They're about 30 years old. Older, maybe.
You bet what?
Remember the little crystal diamond shaped
Yeah, look.
Christmas decorations you used to get that were glass?
Oh
Little
yeah,
tulip
no,
shape,
buggers
yeah.
and used to break, didn't they? Really, even
Yeah,
they're
I've still-
plastic now, aren't they?
Yeah, I've still got them. Though.
Yeah, I've still got some glass ones.
I've seen the fox. again.
Oh, what's that? That's snow.
That's that fox.
Oh, I thought it looks white. 'Cause it looks like snow.
Reflection at Fox on lights is what's he doing? Is he doing?
I just see the grass.
Yeah.
Where's the fox?
Is he lamping or something?
You look back.
Is it hiding?
Oh,
Was it hiding?
yeah.
Not
You go-
Fox out the window, is it?
Ooh, what's it? I tell you what I like and all. I like them quavers.
Yeah.
Quavers.
Skips, the skips.
Yeah. But
Be right back.
have you seen the new advertisement for Walker's crisps? Are your crisps in or out?
No. Well, I can't
Right.
have crisps because lactose. Well,
Yeah.
because I'm
But,
well,
but
see
yeah,
that not.
that's the
yeah.
advertisement. It says, "Are your crisps in or out?" Basically,
Oh,
it means do you squash your crisps in a sandwich or do you put them outside your plate?
Oh, I used to love I used to love a crisp butter.
I leave my bag
But
and pass
Chris
it to
just
somebody else.
says I'm both, and I says, "Well, I'm saying,
Yeah, I used to love a crisp butter when I was younger. Yeah.
oh, Angel says
Because I
there's
didn't
an
come
average
see we are into my late 30s.
I'm definitely never
actually
going to eat
affect me then.
potatoes again in any form. Oh yeah.
I can see eyes. Is that in the
Yeah.
graph? Yeah, because I've seen like little eyes. Yeah. I spotted it now. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause these little eyes lighting up.
Yeah, it's Foxy.
Mr. Foxy.
Mr. Fox.
What's that?
What
What's that?
does
Roll
the
down.
fox say?
Sorry.
Here it's live.
Yeah, you can see where it's moving to because his little eyes light up.
You haven't seen it for a couple of nights.
Ah. But it's still
This
it's
is
still
how we're getting
it's
worried
still
about
there.
it.
It's still there.
Gordo says everything goes in a sandwich. But I'm easy either way. I can eat a sandwich with crisps on, and I can eat them at the side of my plate.
Oh yeah, I love a button bread with crisp on.
But yeah, that's the amount of the new Walker's advert.
Oh yeah.
It crisps in all right, you know what I mean?
Oh God,
Oh, yeah.
sliced banana and crisps.
Sliced banana.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, thanks. You can keep
Oh, I don't
it.
know about that. No.
Is that when you were pregnant, Gordo?
I remember when I was pregnant with my kids, I had a thing for. I know when my lad, it was actually fry-ups. I used to love fry-ups.
Yeah, but there's a good reason for that.
Blackjacks. I used to love blackjacks and salt and vinegar dip for us.
There must have been something in that.
But
You
my
needed.
daughter was a weird one. Do you know what I wanted to do? You know when you get a sponge? I wanted to fill it with water and drink the water from the sponge.
I had a thing for it.
It's a really weird one, and I wanted to suck on a sponge.
I went on a craving for pickled onions, and I just eat my jar. And I
you like Olive on the buses film.
But yeah, I'm not all that keen on them now.
Oh, fair.
But
it could have been worse. My mum wanted dust. How weird is that? My mum wanted to eat dust with my sister.
Oh
A lot of
yeah,
people
all
like eating
sorts
cold,
of
don't
different funny cravings like.
Actually, I don't think that picture of Olive.
But she used to eat instead of dust. To compensate, she used to eat bird grit.
And
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I've heard of them like sniffing petrol and all sorts. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't have
I thought mine was with sucking on a sponge.
It's comparing me to Olive now.
She met an unfortunate end.
Yeah.
What, Olive? Oh, the actress who played Olive.
She went all recluse.
With the cartoon original, wasn't it?
She died in an arse fire because she became a recluse and she was like an order. And arse caught to fire. But you know when Chris worked at Cadbury's, they're talking about mints now. They used to do them extra strong mints, and his dad used to buy them by bucket load.
All right.
And you know, like they'd put like 5 rolls in a bag for £1.
I wanted to eat maps, but I never did. Well, I'm just assuming that you were never pregnant.
Phil Mitchell is a woman saying they wanted to eat mops.
Yeah, now that is a weird one.
Map. No, I can't relate to him.
Malt.
But yeah, I only did have that craving for pickled onions, and I hardly ever touch them now.
That's the only strange one I had was sucking water from a sponge, which was really weird.
Fed, but yeah,
No.
you got raw chunk.
I literally waited to fill the sponge up with water and suck on it.
See you later,
And I
Jason.
don't know why.
See you later, Jason Thomas.
I'm not answering that one. I don't know.
But this is the funny thing, you know, when I was pregnant with Callum, Chris had all like morning sickness and everything.
Yeah, and all that.
Oh,
You're still
I
on
remember
that
I had my first morning sickness with one of my kids, and they got me actually, was it sugar cane? Like these kind of sugar cane things. He said suck on them.
But yeah,
Oh, that's
That
okay.
was really good.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris came round to me and he says,
Oh.
you're all right. He says, you've got easiest part. And I went, you think so, mate?
The easiest part's not it. What do you mean? The worst has got to come yet.
He had morning sickness. Listen, you want to
I
get,
don't
you're not,
know.
Nothing any of it's easy.
but
Just
anyway,
the right Noah.
but it's
Yeah.
like this, you know. But yeah, you think you've got it easy. Best about it though, I come out of hospital day after having Callum, because it were total bedlam in that place where I were.
Yeah.
So I comes up next day and his mum and his sister come to visit. Bearing in mind, I'd been up most at night with contractions. Callum were born about 7:30 in the morning.
7:31.
Yeah, about
Oh.
7:31, Chris said. So his mum and his sister come to visit, and I'm sat there and the holding Callum and everything, and Chris is sat there and he's going like this, falling asleep. And she says, anybody think you've been up all night? She says, get off to bed. So she made him go to bed, and she says, Jeanette's done all hard work and she's as bright as a button.
Yeah. You know the funny thing what I did when I was pregnant, it was when I knew I was in labour, I actually got a bath with my hair, blow dried it, whenever. I ain't going nowhere until I'm perfect. I'm not going
Tell
anywhere.
you what, I had the misfortune because we'd had a car accident and the car had gone through a brick wall like weeks before I would do it. Anyway, it was still it were in garage being fixed. So I was having these like Braxton Hicks all day.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Well, Chris,
Practice contractions.
Chris kept saying, "I've got ring ambulance. I've got." I says no. Anyway, by 11 o'clock they stopped. So I says, right, come on, let's go to bed. You kidding me, aren't you? I went, no. I says, I'm all right. I says, I'll wake you up if anything happens. Anyway, I woke up about 2 o'clock to go to Lavy. And
did you water spray it? Because that happened to me
no,
the first time.
that's one thing
right.
that they've always had to break the waters because I'm.
Oh right, yeah. No, I had to. You have two waters. You have a second, don't you? Your front and your back.
Well, Crypto will know on me. I had a show. Yeah. Anyway, so and I even got back in bed.
Oh
Right. Yeah. Got
You
back
put
down
on a
to
show.
sleep. And then about 2:30, they come back with a vengeance. So I'm going, Chris.
Oh, you know when it's worse, when the pain's worse. You know when you're close, the pain gets worse.
Anyway, so I'm going, Chris.
Oh, she turned
Yeah.
up at quarter to 11.
What? I says, it's time. I says,
Yeah.
My
right.
wife turned up at quarter to 11.
Hi, Tracy.
Lucy.
Every sort of contraction, every twinge. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
remember the first time I ever experienced labour, and one of my waters actually broke, and it was
Broke up.
trickling. So it weren't full blown, you know what I mean? It was a tear.
But yeah,
I ended up literally crying because I was going to the toilet thinking I was wetting myself because I was sitting on the toilet and nothing was coming out. So every time I got up, I
The
kept
pressure
peeing
in
every
it.
time I walked.
The pressure on your cervix.
And I
makes
was
you go,
crying and I won't dig up and said, something's wrong with you. Where Miss Alvin goes, what? I said, I'm becoming labour.
anyway, that's not the end of the story. Calls an ambulance, they come out. Normally, how they've got like that fold down ramp at back. They opened the side door, didn't they? And here's me trying to cock my leg up into the side door, and it's about like, I don't know, about 4 foot off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Chris is there trying to push me in, and that's so anyway, I get in ambulance, and you know how they check all your details, and it says date of birth, it says 22/9/62, and so that makes you 40. He says, don't you think you're a bit old for this?
What fucking cheek?
Yeah. Well, I turned round and I said to this
Cheeky
ambulance,
bastard. I've had that though, when I had my third child.
I says to him, I says, you know, if I went in labour, I says, you'd be on floor, you'd be on deck by now. I says, you don't
Yeah,
say
but
that.
I had that when they were giving me, what is it now, when they have to put your hands up, you know, to basically give you a cervix sweep.
Oh, yeah.
I had a guy do that to me because I wasn't going into labour with my third child, right? And then he turned around and said to me, goes, I think you've done enough for the world. And then she laughed. That's what he said to me. I was like, you what?
But yeah, right, I
I'm
did.
not planning on anymore, but come on.
Chris said to him, he says, when I said that, I said, you know, if I went in labour, I said, you'd be on deck by now. Chris says, he says, and she means it and all. That's too right. But I were in labour when I got to hospital. But nearly every single one of my kids, they've had to put that, I call it a crocheting up type of thing. To burst my waters.
Well, I've never had, like I said, my last child was in his 20s. I'm now in my 40s, so.
Even though I were in labour, my waters hadn't broken. They said, yeah, you're in labour, but we're just going to sort of, break your waters. And...
I think I was 22, my last child. Or was it? No, 23. Sorry, 23. I think my last child was.
I got in hospital about 3:15, and they were born at 7:30. So less than 4 hours. But it just goes to show you by breaking your waters how fast things can progress.
Oh yeah, they have that little thing, the little hooks, don't they?
Yeah, I call them crocheting hooks. And then I were in a room with like a toilet on side, and they take you to.
Have you ever had any students wanting to watch? That's the worst.
They take you to this toilet. And say, can you do a pee for me? And I'm there. I can't pee. They were turning taps on and everything. Anyway, this is no word of a lie. I'm there because they had to put me up in stirrups, like, you know.
Oh, yes. Yeah, when your legs are up. Yeah.
They don't call them stirrups now, whatever.
Yeah, they put your legs up and strike a pose.
I've got my legs up in stirrups. Midwife's there, and this random bloke comes walking. He went, oh, sorry, I've got wrong room.
Wrong room.
The midwife saying, oh, I'm sorry about that. I says, well, every chuffer else has seen what I've got down there. You know,
I do think though, once you've had a kid, right, and you go through labour and everyone's checking on your cervix, doing this, doing that, at the end of the day, you end up going, when you look down here and you're like, whatever, okay, come on.
God, because you mean the can opener. I call it a crocheting up.
You do get to the point where you just think it's just gone out the window now.
Oh yeah, I had
well,
a random
11 months
walking. You know,
I'm the eldest of 3. There's 11 months between me and my brother, and then 11 months between my brother and my sister. And she had cesarean Right, so when it got to the third one, they said, "Do you want us to put a zip in?"
Yeah, I haven't.
Put
I
some
will
buttons-
admit,
put
though,
some buttons
some
on
of them do take
Velcro.
some
We'll
deep
just put a
things,
zip in.
Oh dear. But yeah,
I mean,
can't
can
beat
you
that
imagine
around
some
a
guy?
random fella walking into the room when you've got your legs up in stirrups and, you know.
I mean, can you imagine a guy? I mean, I know you're doing a fucking membrane sweep going. I think you've done enough for this world.
I'd have slapped him one at me.
Can I have your placenta for a fry-up?
Ugh.
But after that incident, funnily enough, they started, you know, like as you come door to go into the room, they started throwing
Yeah.
curtains round.
Yeah.
So if by accident somebody actually did walk in, they couldn't
Yeah.
see anything. But yeah,
So do you never get any students to go? Is it okay if students come in and watch?
not actually, you know,
The big
What?
camera
I
crew
did.
along as well.
Like, can students come in and watch? You know, I was like,
but
think
yeah,
Chris is telling me
that was. I think the guy were more embarrassed than anybody else. Because he thought,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, I've got wrong room.
Got bloody water in my ear from the bath last night. It's driving me.
Oh dear. But yeah,
It's
I
a
says,
cotton wool,
well, I
man.
says, put it this way, this is my fourth, and you know, it's like,
I've only had 3. I did want 4.
you
but I
know,
only had
your
3.
dignity goes out at window.
Oh yeah, it does. Especially when you've been showing your things to every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the hospital. Yeah.
Well, turn it to a
Could be
Dickies
because
there
you
is
know,
with them.
posterity.
But it's like we need to do. Cause honestly, they come in like every 5 minutes. We need to see how far dilated you are.
Blooming
And yes,
channel.
it always checks how bad they look. So in the end, you're just going, okay.
Plumbing
No,
You
channel.
just get to the point where it's like, just get on with it.
It's the joys of childbirth. You men have got it easy. We're just trying to emphasise the fact that you men have got it easy. You've
Sponsored by Dino Rob.
Yeah,
sponsored by Dino Rob.
yeah, definitely.
You have things like endoscope cameras.
You would have said that with my first, and that this is the posh name for it, by the way. Ventouse delivery. Does anybody know
Okay.
what a ventouse delivery is?
No, I don't know what that is.
Breathe.
It's a
Is it
bit
like a
like
watermelon?
forceps, but it's like a suction.
Oh yeah,
And
I've
they
had forceps.
stick like a suction
Mm.
cap, and they say,
Oh,
portion
I've
is
never
right.
had that. Yeah, I already had the forceps.
Like a think plunger.
Oh,
That's probably what NHS use.
You
They
push
use
them out
think
full.
plunger.
It was one of them scenarios.
I have that.
I think there's two couples this
Oh,
moment
the
coming on.
thing
To
is-
me, to you, to me, to you.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know how like how they come face down, he turned and he were coming face up. So that's why he were a bit
Oh
stuck.
yeah, what? Yeah. I've had
We're a
that
bit
where they've had to wait.
So it was like one of these
they kept
plunger
turning.
things. You know,
So,
you push and
yeah.
I'll pull. You ain't selling it to me, guys. Well, this is the thing. You know what I mean?
Got that in me ears
Yeah,
now.
Tommy, yeah, right.
Olive oil for your ears.
Oh,
Olive oil, that's
Tommy says we just do the hard bit. Yeah, right. I'm just.
Apparently, I meditate when I go into labour.
How come we got on this subject is Chris had morning sickness when I were having Callum, and he thought that were bad. So, but yeah, I don't.
I remember once. So, do you have any? Have you had any drugs when you basically gone into labour? Have you just gone off?
I didn't get
No, I
Callum-
don't need to be in
Callum-
labour for
that-
drugs.
I've done.
that's just typical NHS birth, isn't it?
I don't
No,
need to
my
be in labour
first
for any drugs.
child, I did have an epidural. And my second child, I was going to have an epidural. The same again. But I didn't have one because it got too far. I was just on gas and air then
Yeah.
for that one. And then my
I've had an
third,
epidural.
I was quite happy to go normal, but my mate was just insisting that I tried. Is it Tetradyne? She was
Yeah.
insisting, please try it. It's great. So I tried it. I don't know why I tried it, but I did.
But anyway, I
So
mean,
in some
got
ways,
so far-
I do regret some decisions I've made.
I got so far along with Callum, and I went, "Well, what's something for pain?" She says, "It's too late. You've gone past
Yeah,
that
you
now."
get to the point where it's too late. Yeah, I did that with my son, but that was a harm because I went quite far. Because my daughter had the the epidural in the back, which is actually quite dangerous about one. And I went that far that
Slow your
and
labour down as
I
well.
couldn't. I was that high on the gas. I couldn't see the doctor's face.
But the thing is, with them epidurals, it slows it down a hell of a lot. I mean, I had epidural in my second, and because I had
Well, it paralyses you. Well, when I had my daughter, they said I did it at the right time because I could still feel everything, if you get what I mean. But it kind of took the pain away. But they said I did it at the right time, that you kind of still feel something, but you're not,
Yeah, all you do is when you have an epidural, it numbs nerve endings, so you
it numbs from waist downwards. It's a bit like having a cesarean, but it's not as
But
lethal.
it does slow the labour down somewhat.
It's the only dangerous point with that is you could, if you get the wrong nerve or you do something wrong, you can lose your leg.
Paralyse you.
It can paralyse you. That's the only danger of that. And look at that, never happened to me. But I did agree to have it done again at one point. Hi.
Angel.
Is it Angel's Armour?
Angel's Army.
I changed my channel name 2 years ago from what it used to be, Jeanette. Remember, it used to be Angel Munoz, the variety show, or something like that. I changed it 2 years ago. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I'm just gonna answer Phil Mitchell. He says, would sort the sciatic out. That's what's probably caused it, Phil. Just saying.
Like I said in the live chat, I checked my internet provider account and I never got no email, but apparently there was a internet shortage here in my area here in Arizona, in America here, and so that's like more than likely the reason why I was a bit mumbo jumbo there.
Well, you can't beat. I was doing a baking live other week, and man went off for 2 hours, and Tracy had to take over.
Well, I ended up starting a live, waiting for
Facebook took over as well.
Yeah, on that.
Phil says, "Oh damn, I didn't know it could cause that." Yeah, that can, because I've had like 2 epidurals, and I were like crypto second when I had my other one. It didn't work, only down one side. But yeah, they put a big needle in your back.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they put a big needle in your back. Yeah.
You go straight to your spinal cord.
Yeah, it's supposed to go to your spinal cord to stop the nerves from your spinal cord.
They've got to be accurate when they're doing it, and that they bring like
you got to be very good with it.
Yeah, they bring a qualified anaesthetist in to do it. Like,
I remember when my daughter, and they said, "Can you put your back up straight?" I went like that. I was that much pain. I went, "Do it."
But yeah, they have to sort of like give a local injection to start with, and then they give, it's like a big like wire type. Well,
apparently it's supposed to be pretty big needle, but at the time I didn't care. I just went get on with it. You know what I mean? I didn't care.
But yeah, if it goes tits up, it can cause paralysis in your back because it's in your spine.
Yeah, it can cause problems. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
It messed up my sister. She used to shake quite a bit before she had baby, but they're giving epidural, knackered her back. Now she shakes really.
The hours obviously looker. But they did say to me I had it done at the right time, the right time and that, and they said, "Oh, it's like you can still feel it, to push." Where I wasn't completely paralysed from downwards, because you said
only
you can have that effect.
Because it paralysed from here to.
It's a very risky thing to do just for painkilling. I know it sounds
It
It is a
natural.
bit risky. It was my first pregnancy and I didn't know any better. And then the second one, I just went, yeah, give me that because I was used to it. But I actually ended up just having gas and air in the end because I went too
That's
far
all
anyway.
I could have with Callum.
And then actually afterwards, I thought, you know what, I'm fine. And then my third pregnancy, I was like, I was quite happy just having gas and air, you know, I was fine. But my friend was like, please try this. Right, fine, give it me. You know what I mean? But I wasn't that bothered, to be honest.
I would say that's all I could have with Callum because I was too far gone to have hotels.
Yeah, but on the Pepidine, it basically makes you high. I've noticed because
I would sit next to bed with my kids. I won't get that.
it makes you feel. It's like it doesn't stop the pain. It just makes you feel high. It makes you feel happy, like hi, like that kind of thing. It just makes you feel happy.
Exactly like morphine.
Well, I wasn't having contractions, but I was using the gas and air one.
Yeah, is it Pepidine? No, not Pepidine. Is it Morphine? I don't know what it was, but I was more like dancing on the clouds kind of thing.
Why do you call it laughing gas?
Yeah.
The old-fashioned name for it is laughing gas.
That's what it's like. I only did that because I was quite happy to go with just gas and air. And she was like, "No, try this. Just try it."
But most C-sections nowadays are done by epidural, so mother's awake.
Yeah.
Well, they got that preeclampsia thing. She was literally having an heart attack while she was giving birth.
I had that.
You said
one. That's
okay.
why I had to have an epidural because I'd got that preeclampsia. And they said
all the legs swelled up and everything. Midwife come to see it straight away to get it to hospital.
Is that what preeclampsia is? Is that when your legs swell up and all that?
No, it's when your body.
I get swollen ankles if they sit too long, you know, in a certain place.
No,
I don't think it's that.
Your body rejects the baby. Your body goes into meltdown, like it's rejecting it, like it's a foreign body.
Nitrous oxide. That's a posh name for it, nitrous oxide.
But I've got really bad circulation. I do know that I have really bad circulation. I can't sit in one spot for a long time because otherwise my legs will swell up.
Yeah, I've seen them stupid little.
Bill says, it's them bullets that kids get high off. I ain't got a clue.
Little
cannons. It's like I can't sit in a chair for a couple of hours. My ankles will swell up.
They tell you to breathe deeply, and it supposedly takes your mind off pain and whatever. Did you hear that?
Oh no! I'm just saying. You're
Typical man saying that. But
why? What?
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's one of these things. I mean, why they call it laughing gas? I don't know. Because when you're in labour, you don't feel like laughing, do you?
Actually, to be fair with you, when I actually had, is it an epidural? Not an epidural. Oh no, not the back thing. Where I had the was it Pepidine? Where I had the injection. I was actually laughing until I was in labour. Believe it or not. I was actually giggling with all the nurses and everything going,
what's your really thinking? She's so
no, and they were saying to me, oh, you fully, you're fully dilated now, you're ready to give birth. I'm like, I'm not. Oh, right, okay, then. When I thought I was very, upsy days, I was like, oh, I'm not okay. But I could feel the pain, but I was like on cloud nine.
Well, put it this way, when sort of Callum were ready to be born, I mean, this is sort of, it helped having a midwife with a sense of humour. So she said to Chris, she said, do you want to come to business end and witness your son being born at business end? Oh, dear. Yeah, he did. She thought she was going to have to catch Callum. That's how fast he come out.
You know, I actually thought I was in deja vu when I was in labour with my youngest because they kept saying, for some reason, I kept hearing, I can see your head. I can see your head. it kept going off. Like, what's that? But I think they were struggling at the time, you know, to get him out. And that's why I kept hearing it. And they kept repeating it, so I thought it was like in a loop.
Well, Chris's mum was
They
there.
brought,
He was thought.
who's it they bring in when they're struggling for the baby to come out and these, like, you know, for forceps and all that? They brought another nurse in. I think she was a head nurse to basically help out. But luckily, I was okay. They had to use forceps to get the baby out on that one.
But this is the thing with Callum. What this midwife went out at room. I don't know whether she went to see somebody else, and I said to Chris, "Quick, go and get her back." Why? I says, "He's coming." So they went, and she come back. She says, "What do you mean he's coming?" I says, "Well, yeah," and he was there. And basically, you know these pack things that they open with all gloves and all stuff in. She didn't even have time to open one of them. And same as Chris says, he shot out like an Exocet missile. We got visions of them standing there having to go like goalies do when they're trying to stop a penalty. We got visions of that.
I'm just waiting for Imran to go to bed, see if he can get in his snack drawer.
But yeah, Chris's mum were at top end holding me hand and encouraging me and everything, and Chris were down at what she called business end.
Apparently, when I'm in labour, it sounds like I'm actually meditating or something, apparently. I don't know what it is. But they go, "Is she okay?" Because I go, I'd be like, "What the fuck is she doing?" I'm like, I said, "Look, I'm
one way of getting through it anyway." But
I'm gonna drop out.
and Dig was like, "Is she okay?" And I'm like,
Okie dokie then, Johnny. See you later, Johnny. Yeah, see you later, Johnny.
See you, Johnny.
Oh yeah, you need time now, aren't you, as well?
But yeah.
Well, yeah, that's me.
And now look at me, 6'3". Callum.
Yeah, I know he is. I'm just. That's why I was laughing.
Oh dear. But yeah, he not raid his drawer while he's awake. He's got to wait till he's asleep.
Yeah, that's why Pixel was saying it.
But yeah, it's talking about you, Callum, when you were born. Oh dear. He puts Chris in shade now. He's 6'3".
He does look a lot like Chris, though. Yeah, he kind of has a mix between Poppy, but he does look like Chris. Yeah, because usually say the same sex looks like, you know.
Yeah, he used to call him Mini-Me. Now he calls him after me. Yeah, they're like two peas in a pod. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh God, one's enough.
I will have a daughter and a son, but obviously I have one who has autism, but he's like really bad with autism, where we can never have a relationship or we can never actually interact with people. But that's pretty hard. I don't really normally tell people that, but it is hard to to deal with. It's not like I said, you said Joe Callum's like, but my son's like severe, if you get what I'm saying, like where he cannot. I mean, he has tantrums, he throws things about, and he's like he's going into his 20s now. We'll be going into his 20s now, and it's pretty bad. But he's obsessed with having a girlfriend at the moment, and that's pretty hard.
Callum
This
went
is a
through
female,
that
yeah.
phase where he you know, he
Hmm.
was sort of obsessed about getting a girlfriend. That's just Callum. There's
Yeah,
plenty of
but
time.
he seems more capable, whereas my son just doesn't have the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
The
He's
say
hard.
things before thinking it through, you know, and
Yeah,
sometimes what they can say is very hurtful, but they don't realise that they're saying, you know.
yeah.
But
Well, yeah, it is hard because I have my oldest son living here at the moment with his girlfriend, and my younger son's always trying to grab her, so we have to watch him
yeah,
because he doesn't understand, you know what I mean?
that's
Not
it.
very
It's. I mean,
Hmm.
I look at it this way. I mean, Callum says to me sort of once, why am I special needs? You know what I mean?
But you can communicate with him, can you? Like you might, yeah, but you can
See you
kind of
later,
communicate.
Johnny.
with-
Yeah, and but it's like when
yeah,
I mean, yeah, Callum's not as bad as what your son is, but it's like
yeah.
Yeah, Johnny.
Callum needs things explaining to him, and
Oh yeah, no, I completely
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
he don't grasp sort of things like I mean, Callum will be 20 in November.
But is it a possible chance that he could have kind of a normal life?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah,
that's what I said. Where my son will never have a normal life. Honestly, I don't think he ever will.
yeah.
That's
I
my
mean,
honest.
it's
But
like
it's not one's fault. It's just one of their things. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
just, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I went through a stage where I blamed myself because Callum had got learning difficulty.
Oh
One-
no, you should never blame yourself. It's one
that
of
I
the things that you
was
can never
40,
blame
and
yourself.
I sort of had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Wasn't you?
I know that now, Callum, but I went through a stage where I blamed myself and I got upset about it. You know what I mean? And
I get what you're saying, but yeah, there's no blame. It's just one of the things that happens. No one actually scientifically knows how it happens, but it just happens, and
but
there's no explanation behind it.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Hmm.
You know, you just
Because my dad did, because we have on my side, he had a brother that was slow. No, he's called him slow. You know, was it?
yeah,
Not
learning.
quite.
Well, they
Yeah,
said it's
and
not like,
he thought Cameron was like that because of his side. I was like, no, not necessarily. And then one time he got ill when he was younger, and he had a high temperature, like sky high. He had to go to hospital. I had to stay there with him. Clinical, no. And then he thought, well, he was fine until then. And then he thought, was that the case? Nobody knows you. No one can answer anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of the things.
it
You
was
just don't know.
it was like because I'd had 3 kids before Callum. I mean, he
Well, I had
went.
2 kids before Cameron, so
He
Yeah.
weren't even sort of. You notice these milestones. What your other kids were.
yeah.
Callum weren't
But
even
you know,
like.
the funny thing was, when I had Cameron, he actually was quite advanced when he was little. He said mum and dad, before the other 2, and he was very clever. And then one minute he got a temperature and he went high fever and he went into hospital and everything, and then again he spoke again. And then he went like that.
But it's like
But it's one of the things, you don't really know what happens, you know what I mean?
well, this
So,
is it.
can't say.
I mean, like, we took him to the doctor because he weren't even sitting up at 2 years old. Now, normally, It's a walking
With
bike
Cameron,
time
he wasn't socialising, he wasn't actually communicating, and he wasn't socialising.
so from
normal,
about
so,
like 2.5,
yeah.
3 years old, he were constantly under a paediatrician. They got him into this nursery. We're having
We had that. We had him diagnosed, but it was a lot later on in life. Basically, at the beginning,
see,
they told us that they
they've
couldn't
never-
diagnose
they've
him
never
because he was too
They've never
young.
gave
That they
us
couldn't,
diagnosis for Callum. And this is what I'm saying about we think it's dyspraxia. But it's like, what's them things where occupational therapists? We used to have an occupational therapist come out every other week at home to see Callum, and she'd get him threading, like, these empty cotton reels
Oh, yeah.
with laces and things like that, because he weren't very good with his coordination.
Okay.
And we had all sorts. They like to scare you because they says one occupational therapist says got it with this Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Well, that wasn't the same for me, because I always got with they didn't know how to diagnose him. I mean, he's never really been fully diagnosed now as a full, he has autism, but they've never actually really fully diagnosed him.
But that's
You know
one
what I
thing.
mean? Which is really weird. And my dad used to get annoyed with that, saying, how can they not diagnose him?
Yeah, they never gave us a definitive diagnosis.
Yeah, they never give you a full, yeah.
It's like moderate or severe learning difficulties, or
you just made it like a 50p shape on what links they have. That's kind of like
and basically
kind of
low muscle tone in his arms and his legs. So that's about the amount that that we've never had a definitive.
I mean, I had one woman turn around and said to me when he was getting diagnosed, she said, "You're gonna have to look after him for the rest of your life. You know that, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I kind of knew that anyway." And then she also turned around and said to me, because what about no relationships and stuff? And she actually turned around and said to me, "Oh, he might not be interested in that. He might not care about that, not because he's different, but he does." So that was wrong. You know what I mean?
Because Wilson thinking, yes, hypermobility. Yeah, it is. But you scared living with Jesus out on you, telling you all these spina bifida. They said Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Yeah.
But then you take him. Then you take him to another paediatrician. No, we ain't got an Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Or we ain't got.
Oh, I've had it where they said to me, go to groups and stuff, and said, well, what are they going to do? I've been there, I've done that. And I'm like, well, no, this doesn't help, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. No. We've been through the same thing.
I don't, no, nothing helps. I'm not telling no different than they are, and
No, that's it. No. That's it. But, I mean, I look at it this way. To us, Callum's Callum.
You know what I mean? To us, Cameron's Cameron, because someone actually said to me, if someone could magically make Cameron be normal to everyone else,
he's awesome.
Would you do it? And I went, but it won't be Cameron.
That's it.
It sounds crazy, but in my head, it wouldn't be Cameron. I would want him to be better, but it wouldn't be Cameron.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I've always thought about Callum. Yeah. You get asked the question, well, what do you? I says to me, it's my son. I don't see any.
You love him for the way they are.
Yeah, that's just how he is. That's just the way you were made. You know what I mean? To me,
it'd be like if you could fix them. If what you call fix them. It's like talking to a stranger, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So
and everything you learn about the personalities, etc.
Yeah.
You'd like have to rewrite the books, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's like you're basically looking at a new person.
Yeah, you know what I mean. To me, Callum's.
And then it would feel like, well, I don't know you. Yeah.
I love him the way he is. You know what I mean?
What's the saying? It's like, yeah, you get to love the person that they are. Yeah.
But that's the way.
But deep down, you want them to be able to live in this life, but you would feel that way if you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I would want him to be better. Of course I would, but I've struggled to feel like he's Cameron anymore.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It'd be completely different, but I would want the best for him to have that life.
You do. That's all you want.
Yeah.
That's all you want for your kids. You want them to.
You just want the best life. I want to have a normal life because he can never have a relationship. My son, he can never have a relationship. He can never have kids. He can never have a normal life that way.
But I mean,
So-
take for instance, Callum went for this interview the other day, and he says the only stumbling block I've got, he says, is when they ask me, tell me a bit about yourself.
Okay, yeah.
That's what one thing that he struggles with, telling them. I says, well, look at it this way. I says, get your phone.
We'll talk about your family. I'll probably
I
say
said, talk into your phone.
Yeah.
I said, tell them all your good attributes. You're punctual. You're polite. You know.
Yeah.
And keep practicing making that speech like you're talking to somebody, but you're talking into your phone.
Yeah.
And he says it helped a great deal. He says, I'm not so nervous now at going into an interview when they ask me about tell me a bit about yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sort of don't trick him sort of talking into his phone. I says either that.
Yourself in the mirror.
Well, that's it. And I sort of made another suggestion. Put it down on a piece of paper. You know, like a little bit of a script sort of thing. But think what you're going to put down on that piece of paper. I'm good at IT stuff. I'm not so good at my handwriting's not so good. You know, don't just put all your best bits in.
Oh, you have to do what you really believe and what you're honest with. It's kind of like when they're asking us, like, how Cameron is. It's like when people say, when you go about the good attributes, you always say to you have to put the worst of the worst to get it across. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I got told. It's basically
I said to Callum, don't just put, well, I'm punctual, I'm polite, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my handwriting's crap, but I'm a dab at computers, you know what I mean? You've got to give them the good with the bad, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, that's what we do. We do the good with the bad, and they were kind of arguing with us, going, well, stop saying that, you know, because I was saying, no, we're good. She said, stop saying you're good. Tell them the truth. Stop saying you're good. That's what she kept arguing. The person that was arguing that. It's like, this is before when I got the thing not to look after him. So obviously, he's like, he can't go out, right? So he's on low mobility. Because obviously he can walk, yeah?
Yeah.
He's actually mobile. So he's on low mobility. But the fact he's on low mobility is because with only and I think it's medium. I think they don't have a high.
I think it's standard in.
It's basically because he's a threat to outside.
Yeah.
He doesn't think. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you can't tell. Like I mean, he's got worse as a older. You cannot tell him what to do.
Hello.
He's one of them. You cannot tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Like, Cameron, please don't do this, and he'll ignore you and he'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, he's like 19 now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is that what you doing?
No, she's on about Cameron. He's got autism. Yeah.
Oh, he's really bad.
Sounds like that same age as Callum. I mean, Callum's 20 in November.
Well, he's 19, and he's a nightmare. I mean, at the moment I've got my son, my other son, right, and his girlfriend living in my house at the moment. And because he's obsessed with girls at the moment, he's trying to grab her, and we have to basically get him out of that room to leave her alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's really hard. You know
it's a bit of a minefield because what he's doing, he don't think it's wrong.
Well, I mean, he's basically, it's kind of confusing because he's basically got like a mind of a child and an adult at the same time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And it just doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, guys.
I'm sorry for keeping you going.
No, you're right. You can stay till afterwards if you want.
Yep.
So I'll see everybody on Monday, hopefully.
Yep, no doubt.
See you later, guys.
Bye, and Dad.
Bye.
I'll see you Monday, yeah. Bye bye.